Green energy is helping drive you. Industrial real estate growth by reducing carbon emissions, lowering energy costs and creating jobs. Here are some of the ways that green energy is transforming the industrial sector. Solar power is one of the cleanest and most widely available renewable energy sources, which the U.S. has in abundance. As of mid-2022, the U.S. had approximately 130 gigawatts, GW, of total installed solar photovoltaic, PV, capacity, roughly 10% of which can be attributed to commercial and industrial, C&I, solar. Industrial buildings, such as warehouses and distribution centers, are ideal for solar installations because they have large flat rooftops that can accommodate solar panels. CBRE has identified the 15 industrial markets most primed for solar opportunities, with more than 3,100 potential sites for rooftop solar installations, which could produce up to 11.7 terawatts, TW, of electricity. That's enough energy to replace 0.3% of the country's 2021 total energy usage. Solar energy can help industrial property owners and tenants reduce their carbon footprint and lower their energy bills. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the average retail price of electricity for the industrial sector was 6.8 cents per kilowatt-hour, in 2021. By contrast, the levelized cost of energy, LCOE, for utility-scale solar PV was estimated at 4.6 cents per kilowatt-hour in 2020. This means that solar energy can offer significant savings for industrial users over time. Solar energy can also create jobs and stimulate economic growth in the industrial sector. The Solar Energy Industries Association, SEA, reported that the U.S. solar industry employed over 231,000 workers in 2020, with more than 40% of them working in installation and project development. The SEA also projected that the U.S. solar industry would add more than 300,000 jobs by 2030, driven by the demand for clean energy and the extension of the Federal Investment Tax Credit, ITC. Some industrial real estate companies are leading the way in adopting green energy practices. For example, Empire State Realty Trust, ESRT, which owns and operates a portfolio of office and retail properties in New York City, announced in February 2022 that it had signed a new 3-year contract with Green Mountain Energy to use 100% renewable energy for its entire portfolio. This makes ESRT the nation's largest 100% user of green power in real estate. These are some of the examples of how green energy is helping drive you. Industrial real estate growth by reducing carbon emissions, lowering energy costs and creating jobs. As the U.S. strives to achieve its goal of reaching 100% carbon emission-free electricity by 2035, green energy will play an increasingly important role in decarbonizing the built environment and supporting the industrial sector. One of the ways that green energy is fueling the U.S. industrial real estate boom is by installing solar panels on industrial rooftops. Solar panels can generate clean and renewable electricity for manufacturing facilities, reducing their dependence on fossil fuels and lowering their greenhouse gas emissions. But what are the benefits and challenges of this option? The benefits of installing solar panels on industrial rooftops are manifold. First, solar panels can help manufacturers save money on their electricity bills by generating their own power and taking advantage of net metering policies that allow them to sell excess electricity back to the grid. According to a study by Northeastern University, rooftop solar panels could meet the electricity demand of 35% of U.S. manufacturers. This could translate into significant cost savings for energy-intensive sectors such as furniture, textiles, and apparels. Second, solar panels can also help manufacturers access tax credits and incentives that make solar installations more affordable and attractive. For example, the Federal Investment Tax Credit, ITC, offers a 26% deduction for the cost of solar systems installed before 2023. Additionally, some states and utilities offer rebates, grants, or loans for solar projects that can further reduce the upfront costs and increase the return on investment. Third, solar panels can also help manufacturers improve their environmental performance and reputation by reducing their carbon footprint and supporting the transition to a low-carbon economy. Solar energy is one of the cleanest sources of electricity, as it does not emit any harmful pollutants or greenhouse gases during operation. By installing solar panels on their rooftops, manufacturers can demonstrate their commitment to sustainability and social responsibility, which can enhance their brand image and customer loyalty. However, installing solar panels on industrial rooftops also comes with some challenges that need to be addressed. One of the main challenges is the alignment between landlords and tenants in leased buildings. Since solar panels are a long-term investment that lasts for 25 to 40 years, landlords may be reluctant to allow tenants to install them on their roofs or may charge higher rents for doing so. Conversely, tenants may be hesitant to invest in solar panels if they do not have a long-term lease or if they plan to relocate in the future. Therefore, clear and mutually beneficial agreements between landlords and tenants are essential for facilitating solar adoption in leased buildings. Another challenge is the electrical load of the manufacturing facilities. Many industrial buildings have large rooftops that can accommodate extensive solar installations, but they may not have enough electrical demand to use all the generated power or enough storage capacity to store it for later use. This can result in wasted or curtailed solar energy that reduces the economic viability of the project. Therefore, manufacturers need to carefully assess their electricity consumption patterns and match them with their solar generation potential to optimize their system size and design. A third challenge is the roof age and structural integrity of the industrial buildings. Solar panels are heavy and require a strong and stable roof to support them. However, many industrial buildings have old or deteriorated roofs that may not be suitable for solar installations or may require costly repairs or replacements before doing so. Moreover, some roofs may have obstructions such as vents, skylights, or equipment that may limit the available space or affect the performance of the solar panels. Therefore, manufacturers need to conduct a thorough roof inspection and evaluation before installing solar panels on their rooftops. In conclusion, installing solar panels on industrial rooftops is a promising option for green energy that can benefit both manufacturers and the environment. However, it also involves some challenges that need to be overcome with careful planning and collaboration among stakeholders. Solar energy is one of the most promising sources of renewable energy for the industrial sector, as it can help reduce greenhouse gas emissions, lower electricity costs, and increase resilience. But not all industrial markets are equally suited for solar opportunities. In this section, we will explore which are the top 15 industrial markets in the EU that are most primed for solar opportunities, based on factors such as electricity prices, solar potential, and policy support. According to a report by CBRE, a leading commercial real estate services firm, the 15 industrial markets with the highest potential for rooftop solar installations are Los Angeles, Inland Empire, Chicago, Dallas, Fort Worth, Atlanta, New Jersey, Houston, Phoenix, Denver, San Francisco Bay Area, Philadelphia, Boston, Miami, Seattle, Portland. These markets were selected based on 3 criteria: electricity prices, solar irradiance, and state-level incentives. Electricity prices reflect the cost savings that solar can provide for industrial users, as well as the competitiveness of solar against other sources of power. Solar irradiance measures the amount of sunlight that reaches the Earth's surface, which determines the productivity and efficiency of solar panels. State-level incentives include policies such as net metering, renewable portfolio standards, tax credits and rebates that encourage or mandate the adoption of solar energy. The report estimates that there are currently more than 3,100 potential sites for rooftop solar installations in these 15 markets, which could produce up to 11.7 terawatts (TW) of electricity. This is enough energy to replace 0.3% of the country's 2021 total energy usage. The report also projects that by 2030, these markets could have up to 8,800 sites with rooftop solar installations, generating up to 34.4 TW of electricity. This would be equivalent to 1% of the country's projected total energy usage in 2030. Some of the benefits of rooftop solar installations for industrial users include lowering operating costs by reducing or eliminating electricity bills, hedging against future increases in electricity prices and grid instability, enhancing environmental sustainability and social responsibility by reducing carbon footprint and greenhouse gas emissions, increasing property value and attractiveness for tenants and investors by improving building performance and aesthetics. Some of the challenges of rooftop solar installations for industrial users include high upfront capital costs and long payback periods, limited roof space and structural capacity to support solar panels, complex permitting and interconnection processes and regulations, potential conflicts with existing leases and contracts. To overcome these challenges, industrial users can explore various financing options such as power purchase agreements, PPAs, leases, loans or grants that can reduce or eliminate upfront costs and risks. They can also partner with experienced solar developers and installers who can provide technical expertise and guidance on design, installation, and maintenance. They can also negotiate with landlords, tenants, and utilities to ensure fair and favorable terms and conditions for solar projects. Solar energy is not only a clean and abundant resource, but also a smart and profitable investment for the industrial sector. By harnessing the power of the sun, industrial users can save money, reduce emissions, increase resilience, and create value for their businesses and communities. The top 15 industrial markets in the U.S. offer some of the best opportunities for solar development, but they are not the only ones. There are many other markets across the country that have untapped potential for solar growth. The future of industrial real estate is bright with solar energy.